Hello everyone. Once again, I welcome you all in the virtual classroom of Principles of Marketing. In the previous lecture, we have started unit number 1, Introduction to Modern Marketing. And also we discussed the basic meaning of marketing. Also we discussed the definitions and characteristics of marketing. Today, first of all, we will discuss the difference between the word market, marketers, and marketing. Many times people use these three words as a synonyms, but these three words are carrying different meaning. First of all, we will discuss the meaning of market. According to Philip Kotler, market is a group of present and potential consumers, organizations who intends to serve. So in the words of Philip Kotler, it is a group of present and potential consumers. Present consumer means those people who are already purchasing your product and using your product. While potential consumer means those consumers who are thinking to purchase your product but actually they have not purchased your product. So they are your potential or you can say prospective consumer. And organizations. Organization means the company who willing to sell their product and services. So it is a group of present customers, potential customers and companies. So all those parties comes together and they create a market. In other words, market is a place where buyer and seller gets together, exchange goods and services at a predetermined price. So it is a place where buyer and seller meets. They exchange goods and services at a predetermined price. So that is also a definition of market. Next word is marketers. According to William Stanton, marketers are the people and organization that we use to make exchanges with. In simple words, marketers means all those companies and organizations who are selling their product to us, means customers. So marketer simply means companies. Say for example, Nestle is there, Colgate is there, Patanjali is there. So these are the companies or you can say marketers who are selling their product. They are also called as a marketers. And last, the word marketing. In the words of Philip Kotler, marketing is a social and managerial process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating offering and exchange in product of value with others. Now marketing is social and managerial process. So marketing is not conducted in isolation. There is an involvement of customers and organizations. That's why it is a social process. It is a managerial process just because it is carried out by the marketing manager and through which individual means customers and groups obtain what they need and want through creating offering and exchange in product of value with others. In simple words, here customers are giving money, in return they are getting goods and services through which they can satisfy their unfulfilled needs. And marketers means companies are giving goods and services, in return they are getting money. So here exchange is done between both parties, customers and marketers. Customer is getting goods giving money. Marketer is giving goods, getting money. So both the parties are doing some exchange. Now again the word exchange. Exchange in marketing. Now exchange is a process of satisfying needs and wants to getting products and services by offering something in exchange return. That also we discussed in the previous slide. Exchange simply means if you want to get something, you have to give something. As a customer, if you want to purchase a product, so product is not available at a free of cost. For purchasing this product, you have to pay some money. So your exchange is done. Customer is giving money, they are getting goods. Same way, if company wants to earn profit, they have to give some product which is useful by the customers. So here companies are giving goods and they are getting money, or you can say profit. So it is a exchange. Exchange is a heart of marketing. Without exchange, no marketing activities carried out. Exchange can be fruitfully completed only when following conditions are fulfilled. Number one, existence of two social units. Here, two social unit means two parties, customers and marketers. If both the parties are present, then and then marketing can be carried out. Number two, both the parties have something to offer to another party and which is valued by both. Means customer is giving money and marketer is giving product. So product is important for a customer just because they want to satisfy their needs, and money is important for marketer just because they want to maximize the profit. So both the parties is having something which is important for each other. Third one, they should freely communicate and are able to deliver the product and services. Means marketer is marketer and customer both are free to express their views. Customer is eager to know about the price of a product, its quality, quantity, guarantee, warranty, and other things. And in the same way, marketer is also eager to know that whether customer will make payment in cash, credit, or other options, means online payment or other options. So both the parties are free to communicate about the terms and condition of this transaction. Number four, both parties have economic and financial capacity and willingness to create exchange. Here willingness is must needed. So customer should have willingness to purchase the product and marketer also have willingness to sell the product. So both the parties should have financial capacity as well as they should have willingness to engulf in this exchange process. Next, both parties have freedom to accept, offer and reject terms and conditions of the offer. Means customer as well as marketer both are having a right to understand that what are the various conditions, terms and conditions about this transaction, and if it is not comfortable by either of the party, then they are free to reject this exchange process. If above conditions are fulfilled, then there is a possibility of exchange. To create effective exchange, following aspect should be taken care of. Number one, each party should understand each other's expectation. Here, the expectation of customer is to get good quality product at a less price. while the expectation of marketer is to get more profit by selling the product. So both the parties is having expectations. Number two, both the parties should be comfortable with terms and conditions of each other that we discuss. That terms and condition of the transaction should be acceptable by both the parties. Number three, there should be a scope of negotiations because exchange process creates value to both parties and process should end up with mutual agreeable terms and conditions. So negotiations should be there. Means customer is negotiating the price. Customer will try to get the product at a least price while marketer will try to get more price for the product. So from both the sides negotiation will be made. Now the outcome of exchange process. First, something of value by both the parties. Means whatever things they are getting, it should be valuable for them. Customer is getting product while marketer is getting money. Terms and conditions of agreement, that also we discussed, it should be acceptable by both the parties. Time and place of agreement should be convenient and comfortable by both the parties. After the successful exchange, it creates good relation between both the parties. Customer is getting satisfaction by using goods and services, while marketers gets profit by selling the product and services. So here both the parties are getting some satisfaction. So customer is getting benefit by using the product while marketer is getting profit by selling the product. Now the next point, evaluation of marketing. As we discussed, marketing is very old concept and marketing evolved with the passage of time and various concept of marketing is introduced. So we will discuss various concept of marketing. Now concept marketing philosophies or concept are set of presumptions held by marketing managers in executing marketing strategies and programs. It is also called as stages in which marketing as a concept has grown. Marketing is a discipline which comes from practice. It is also called as a viable match between situation and strategy. Hence, from past to the present, marketing has to pass through the test of various situations, and from these various concepts are evolved. So marketing is a continuous process. It has started from ancient times and various evolution taken place in a marketing. So in this point we will discuss about the history of marketing, means how and when marketing was emerged. The very first concept of marketing was production concept. The production concept believes that consumer prefers the product which are largely available and reasonably priced. The concept focuses on following aspect. The name itself says production concept, means here the emphasis was put on the level of production, or you can say output. And this concept believes that consumer prefer those products which are largely available and reasonably priced. Here quality of product is neglected, but the availability of product is emphasized, and customers are searching for those products which are least price. And this concept is focusing on various aspects. Number one, consumers buy those products which are easily accessible and widely available. Means those products customer is preferring which is easily available. Number 2, consumers are price conscious and they seek low price. Now, it is a universal concept. Wherever you go in the world, you will find a consumer that they are price conscious. Price conscious simply means customer wants to purchase a good quality product, but they are ready to pay least price for the same. So customers are always price conscious. Third, product cost may be high and it has to be lowered down by products. And the concept is relevant when demand exceeds supply and increasing productivity and maximizing output. So this concept emphasizes that by manufacturing large quantity of product, economies of scale can be achieved. Now economies of scale, it is a economics concept. It simply means by increasing production, the per unit cost of manufacturing will fall down. So whenever marketer is increasing the production level, their manufacturing cost per unit will fall down. As a result, they will lower their price, means they will sell their product at a less price just because manufacturing cost is less. Now they can sell product at a less price also. And as a result, customer is getting product at a less price. That's why they are motivated to purchase more products. So it is a one kind of cycle. Both parties are getting benefit. Customer is getting product at a less price while companies are getting large volume of sales. Next, the concept is relevant when demand exceeds supply. So when demand is more than supply, then this concept is applicable. The main points of this concept are manufacturing efficiency that we discussed, economies of scale. Number 2, large scale production. Here company is emphasizing on large scale production, not on quality of product. Third, minimizing cost of production, that also we discussed. By increasing production, cost of production will fall down. So these are the main 3 pillars of the production concept. Apart from this, other 3 pillars if we discuss: output, price and wide distribution. Output means production. Price, that also we discussed, it should be minimal and wide distribution. If you are manufacturing product in a large quantity and the price of your product is also less, so the distribution of your product will be larger. You will be able to sell large quantity of products. Second concept is product concept. Now production concept loses its brilliance when market is moving from communities to product and to brands. Due to some of the major changes in the market and environment, like awareness of consumers, varieties of product, awareness regarding quality, increase in research potential, etc., gave birth to the product concept. Now various reasons are responsible why this concept came into existence. The first one is the production concept was losing its brilliance or importance when market is moving from communities to product and to brands. Means with the passage of time, people are getting quality conscious instead of price conscious. In production concept we discuss that people wants to purchase a product which is least price, which is available at a less price. But now with the passage of time, when the income of people is increasing, now they are demanding a product which is qualitative. That's why the importance of production concept was decreasing. Apart from this, other factors like awareness of consumers. Now consumers are getting aware about their rights. Varieties of product are available in a market. Awareness regarding the quality of a product. These all contributed to develop the product concept. Now consumers gradually become quality conscious and they prefer buy those products which are best in quality and superior in performance. Thus prime focus of managers is on the research, upgradation, innovation in the products. So with the passage of time, as we discuss, customers are becoming quality conscious instead of price conscious, and they prefer, means customer prefer those product which are in best quality and superior in performance. That's why marketers were trying to produce such a product which is innovative, which is qualitative and upgraded. For this, marketers were doing research so they can give best quality of product to customers. Brighter side of this philosophy is it has initiated quality consciousness among marketers, and thereby many researchers were promoted, which have resulted in new superior and innovative product. So in production concept, quality of product was neglected. In production concept, it was believed that customer are not in need of quality product. They just want a product to satisfy their needs. But as we discussed, with the passage of time, the income of people is increasing, literacy level is also increasing. Now people are in need of a product which is qualitative, which gives them best satisfaction. So as a result, customer was demanding a superior, innovative and upgraded product, and this concept become more popular. Now after product concept, the third one is the selling concept. Due to emergence of environmental factors and trends like increased consumer awareness and education, emergence of media and advertising tool, and introduction of selling techniques and promotional tools, the selling concept was evolved. The first that we discuss, increase consumer awareness and education. So when the education and literacy level is increasing, consumer is getting more aware about their rights. As in India also we are having Consumer Protection Act, through which government is giving us, as a consumer, government is giving various rights, right to heard, right to get information. So various rights is there as a customer. So if any misconduct is done by the marketer, then as a customer we can complain about that company in consumer court also. So consumer are also getting educated. That's why marketer was focusing on this concept. Then emergence of media. With the passage of time, various media was available like television, radio and nowadays internet. So this media has also created a revolution amongst the customers, and customers are getting more aware about their rights, as well as it also creates opportunity for marketer, that marketer can demonstrate the product on these medias like television, newspaper, hoardings, and internet. And introduction of selling techniques and promotional tools. So various promotional tools are also used nowadays to sell the product in a market. The selling concept believes that consumers are to be stimulated to buy products by selling and promotional effects. So this concept believes that consumers are stimulated, means they can be motivated to buy the product if company does promotional efforts. And this concept assumes that consumers are unaware of the product. They need to be stimulated and motivated to buy the products, and organization must undertake hard selling efforts to create sales. So in the first concept, production concept, company were doing no, or you can say negligible efforts for the promotion of a product. So in production concept, the emphasis was done on large scale production, while in product concept, the emphasis was put on quality of a product. But now in the selling concept, emphasis is put on promotion, or you can say awareness about the product in customers' mind. This happens due to several reasons. One of the reason is competition. With the passage of time, customer is become more aware about their rights, as well as competition is also increasing. So if any company wants to survive in this competitive era, they have to do promotion of their product. So selling concept believes that in order to motivate the customer or to stimulate the customer to purchase your product instead of your competitor's product, you have to advertise your product on various medias like television, newspaper, etc. And here companies or organizations are doing hard efforts to create sales. This concept is applicable when there is extensive competition that I discussed. Next, at the time of launching new product, when company are launching their new product in a market, at that time this concept is applicable. The reason why, whenever you are launching new product in a market, no people is aware about your product. So in order to create awareness about your new product, you have to do advertisement, you have to do promotion. Number 3, overstocking of goods. That is also a reason why you need to do so. Whenever as a company you have done mass production and overstock of good is there, so if these goods are not sold at a proper time, these goods will lose its importance, just because many goods are perishable in nature and company have to suffer heavy loss. So when a company has done overstocking or overproduction, at that time also they have to do selling, means they have to create advertisement through which people will be motivated to buy your product. And this concept use aggressive selling and promotional efforts to achieve desired sales and profit. The major limitation or drawback of this concept is it focuses on seller's perception and ignore consumer needs and wants. Means here company are doing promotional efforts, but they are just portraying their best side or their positive side. Here seller is trying to create good image about their product in an advertisement, but they are neglecting that whether this product is satisfying consumer needs or wants. So this thing is neglected. That is the limitation of this concept. This concept also believes try to sell what we can make. instead of trying to make what we can sell. This is also one of the limitation of this concept. Means they are trying to sell what they can make. Means they are just producing those products where they are having mastery or where they are having effectiveness, or you can say, so they are focusing on the availability. So whatever resources are available, whatever technology are available, a company are producing that product. But instead of this, they have to focus on trying to make what we can sell. Means they have to emphasize on producing such a product that can be sell or that can fulfill customer needs and wants. The next concept is marketing concept. The marketing concept believes that company or organization should identify consumer needs and wants and try to fulfill those needs. It should match product and services with market requirements to create satisfied consumer base. So this definition, or you can say marketing concept definition, emphasize on consumer needs and wants, which is the most important part of marketing subject. If the product is not able to satisfy consumer needs and wants, it is useless. So the previous concept like production concept, product concept and selling concept was neglecting this thing, that whatever product or services we are producing or we are offering to customer, if this product is not satisfying customer needs and wants, then this product is having no importance. But here in this concept, marketer is trying to produce such a product which satisfy needs and wants of customers in a best manner. In the words of Philip Kotler, the marketing concept holds that the key to achieve organizational goals consists in determining that needs and wants of target market and delivering desired satisfaction more efficiently and effectively than competitors. So in the words of Philip Kotler, if organizational goal means the ultimate goal of each and every firm is to maximize the profit. They want to maximize the profit. So if company want to achieve this goal, they want to maximize their profit, then they have to satisfy customer needs and wants. If customer is purchasing the product and getting satisfaction by this product, then and then customer will come to purchase your product at second time. So retention will be made, you will make customer loyalty. So customer is satisfying by using this product, they will come to purchase for the next time, and company will be able to sell this product for number of time to the same customers. As a result, sales will be increased and profit too. And also it helps a company to fight back with the competitors. So this is also benefit. Analysis of the concept reveals following crucial elements. Number 1, consumer satisfaction is a focal or main point of in business. That also we discuss that marketing is based on 3 pillars: awareness, attraction and satisfaction. So satisfaction is the most important pillar of the subject marketing. So through marketing concept, it focuses to satisfy consumer wants. Number 2, know your customer and find their needs. As a marketer, it is your responsibility to find out what customers are in need of, why they are purchasing this product, what are their needs. So they have to understand their need, and accordingly they have to develop a new product. Number 3, focus on specific target market. Here, marketers should emphasize not to the entire population, but they have to focus on specific target market. So segmentation they have to make, means they have to divide total market into small parts, and out of this one segment should have be selected as a target market. Say for example, in India 125 crore people are there, but Fair and Lovely company is focusing on specific segment. Fair and Lovely company is not producing a product for 125 crore people in India, but they are producing product for a segment, means girls between age between 15 to 25 years. This is the segment of Fair and Lovely company. So it is also a target market. So the entire population is 125 crores, but out of this, say for example, 20 crore girls are there who are in age between 15 to 25. So this 20 crore population is called as a target market for Fair and Lovely company. Another example we can take Johnson and Johnson. They are producing product for children's age up to 5 years. So say for example, there are 10 crore child who are in age between 0 to 5 years. So out of 125 crores, Johnson and Johnson company is trying to sell their product only to 10 crore children who are in age between 0 to 5 years. So they become their target market. So this concept is focuses not on the entire population, but it tries to satisfy the needs and wants of specific target market. Offer superior product and services than your competitor. That is also important one. If you want to survive in this competitive era, then you have to provide good quality product to your customers. And next, profit is just outcome of customer satisfaction. As we discussed that profit maximization is the ultimate goal of each and every firm. This can be achieved if customer is satisfied with your product and service. And with the passage of time, companies are also changing their strategies. Say for example, Bajaj Auto changed its focus from scooters to motorbikes. So in the 1990s, Bajaj company was producing scooters, but with the passage of time, needs and wants of customer was changed, and now customer is in need of motorbikes, or you can say motorcycles instead of scooters. That's why Bajaj company is producing bikes. Another example, US food chain like McDonald's and Pizza Hut are also Indianizing their recipes. Means McDonald's and Pizza Hut, they are basically from USA, and they are producing various kinds of recipes like burgers and pizzas, etc. But when they came to India in search of new market, they have introduced various products and recipes which is having Indian flavor touch. So various recipes are also developed in order to satisfy Indian customer needs and wants. So various changes taken place as the market changes, and there is a change in the needs and wants of customer. Marketers also have to change their strategies. Modern marketing starts and ends with consumers. That also we discuss. The entire marketing activity revolve around consumer. As the earth is revolving around sun, the same way the entire marketing activities revolve around customer. It starts and ends with customers. Process of marketing includes, there is a process of marketing. A first step is select market segment that we discuss. that 125 crore is the total population of a country, but you have to select a particular segment. Say for example, Fair and Lovely have selected segment that they want to sell their product to girls aged between 15 to 25 years. So this is the segment. Then after, you have to design suitable product and services. So after the selection of segment, the next task is to design suitable products which can satisfy the needs and wants of your target customer. Then after designing and producing the product, next task is promotion, means to create awareness about your product in customer mind. And delivery of product to customer, means at last you have to sell this product to customers. The crux of the entire process is to serve target market more superior, efficient and faster than the competitors. So the main objective of the marketing concept is to satisfy your customer and to give best services as compared to your rivals or competitors. Okay, so in the next lecture we will discuss couple of things: difference between marketing and selling concept, societal concept, and last, marketing mix. So this thing we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.